Hey, good morning. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm just going to talk for a minute here. This morning I am featuring the Penguin Playmates Designer Series paper from Sale-A-Bration. And happy September. I can't believe Sale-A-Bration is more than halfway over. So here is the super cute paper. And its top to bottom is kind of the reverse side, so the fox and then the Just Jade print, the trees and then the little fox there. And here is the other pieces. So this paper is so stinking cute and adorable. I'm working on a private class for 2 events this fall featuring the paper and the bundle. So if you have your little Sale-A-Bration catalog in front of you, on pages 4 and 5, you can earn the paper free with a $50 purchase, and that ends September 30th, 2021. And then on the back here, or on the second page, it shows you it coordinates with the Penguin Place bundle, which is a punch bundle. Here's a look at the stamp set. And check this out. There's actually 28 stamps in this little stamp set. So you can use it for like birthday, kind of more Christmas, seasonal. It is just like super adorable. And that's probably not even a great look at it. But anyways, the punch is on back order. So if you don't have it yet, it's probably not going to be available for a while. I think they told us around the week of November 1st. So just a heads up, you'll still get it in time to probably do holiday cards and get those out. But just wanted to give you a heads up. So I'm actually featuring, my card today does not use the punch and actually does not use the penguin either. And this is a really kind of terrible view, but I'm going to put the camera down and jump right in. Happy Labor Day weekend for those of you watching this weekend. Hope you're doing something fun while we still kind of have some summer weather with us. I am just going to try to grab myself in my feed here so I can kind of see. Here I am. Okay, here we go. So my card is not difficult, but I really wanted to show you the bottom underneath the fox, how I kind of did the snow. I sponged and then I put Wink Stella on top of it. So super fun. This card, well, I'll show you some other samples with this that I may have already shown in a previous live, but we did a team quarterly event and this was one of the bundles that we used. So I have a bunch of samples with this, and I mean, that's not even all the samples I have with it. But I'm just gonna jump right in, and I have a lot to cover in a short amount of time. So I'm gonna bring over my Pierce mat and do all my stamping first. And then I'll go back and talk about the card. I've done a card similar to this before, but I just wanna show you the measurements on the card too so you understand it. But I guess I'm just gonna do my little kind of like snow mountain hill, snowy hill first. So there's this little stamp in the stamp set, and I'm gonna go kind of low. I have a piece of basic white and just some scrap paper, so I went pretty low. And let's see, this piece of white is 2 5/8 by 4. Okay. And then I'm just gonna kind of wing it here because I have not cut out my little fox for this yet because I kind of want to show you fussy cutting. So I'm gonna come over and do some of the snowflakes. So I am just gonna go full strength, stamp off to get a lighter. I'll go, I guess, this way, full strength, and then kind of stamp off just to kind of give it some variety. I'm going to add some embellishments up there, so I'm really not super worried about exactly how it looks. Now, I'm also going to wing the season's greetings. There's a bunch of cool sentiments. There is be cool, be chill, be merry. There is to the coolest friend ever. I'm just going to put the little season's greetings over here. just like that. And I am going to keep my ink there and do my sponging on the little hill. So I'm going to get the pierce mat out of the way. And I know I've showed this before, but I'm going to sponge with the blending brush. One of the blending brushes. They come in a pack of 3 for $12. And I'm going to use my Stamparatus plate just to kind of sponge off. And I don't want to get ink in my card. Let's put that up there. So I'm just going to pick up my ink and I'm going to use my Stamparatus plate as like a palette to sponge off and then onto my project. So hopefully you guys are getting this. And since I kind of have that line with my hill, I think I'm good. I can kind of sort of like go right along that line. There we go, that's a lot better. Okay, so then that kind of gives it some interest, some variation between the basic white and the kind of sponged. But then I wanted it to kind of look like it was a pond or a snowy hill, and he was going sledding, the little fox. So I'm just gonna grab my Wink of Stella brush, and I guess I can get this out of the way. I have way too many things on my table this morning. So it has been one of those weeks. I'll talk maybe when I fussy cut about my week as a whole. So I am just gonna go right over the sponged layer with a whole bunch of Wink of Stella. And you can keep going and add some more layers. If you have the embossing paste, you could also do, there's embossing paste. I tried to use the like Crystal Effects. I think it's called Shimmery something. It might be called Crystal Effects. I didn't really like how that looked. So this just adds a lot of like wow, but you kind of have to be right on top of it looking at it. So I'll try to put a close-up on my blog at christinestamps.blogspot.com. But that's how I did the little hill. And I'm just gonna get this out of the way and let's talk about the card for a second. I'm gonna bring over my pieces. I just have a white that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 for 4 by 5 1/4, sorry, for the inside. I have a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is also from the Penguin Place. Free Designer Series paper you can get with a $50 order by September 30th, 2021. So this piece is 2 3/8 by 4. But what I really want to talk about is the card, because it is a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of fresh freesia for the card. And I know I've done one of these before, but I don't know if it was exactly the same measurements, and I did not this morning go back and look. So what you do is you score it at 5 1/2, but then you go back and you cut the card base at 2 7/8. So it's gonna make this rectangle piece, and we're just gonna close that up. We're gonna put the white on the inside. You guys kind of get that. We're gonna put the designer paper here, and we're gonna put the freesia piece that we cut off here, and then the little piece in the middle. So that's kind of how I ended up with the card. So you'd have to make sure, and let me do the fussy cutting, and then we'll go back and glue this, and I'll make sure that you know you don't want to put glue on this side, because then obviously you'll glue your card shut. So let's do the fussy cutting, and then I'll talk about the putting the card together and how I embellished it. So this is what I'm talking about, this paper. So one side you kind of have like a pattern, the blue, Misty Moonlight blue with the diagonal stripes, and then this side is you have all these little images and prints that are screaming to be fussy cut. So fussy cutters unite, and I am not the best fussy cutter. So I'm just gonna like do a quick cut out of the little fox that I want to cut out. And my computer's dying, so hopefully I stay live with you guys. And the trick about fussy cutting is you want to keep your scissors stationary and move the paper. And you want to try not to start and stop too many times, if at all possible. So when you get here, you can kind of sort of turn like this. And the other thing is you want to make sure you have good lighting. It's a little cloudy here this morning, so I have kind of like some shadows going on. So, whoops, I kind of moved a little bit there, but just keep turning the paper. And see, right now his tail is kind of in the way. So just keep, you can always go back and clean up if you have a couple like spots that look kind of harsh. And like there, I moved my scissors a little bit too much. I stopped and kind of started. So you might get some funky looking things like that. But take your time. I'm going a little bit quick because I don't want to take up too much time on the video. And of course I didn't charge my computer. So I stopped and started there again. So I might have to clean that up a little bit. But some of these images are not too difficult to fussy cut. If you're a demonstrator and you're watching and you're going to do this in a class, you could make each person fussy cut their own. That's what I'm planning to do. I am planning to do an 8x8 sampler with these products. So I'm going to make them fussy cut in the class. I suppose if I had somebody that really panicked, I could do it for them. So it wasn't that long. And see, I can go back with my paper snips and kind of clean up if I have some spots that look a little harsh. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how this looks. So that was the fussy cutting. So now I can kind of show you how I put them on the little hill. I chose Pool Party because I had these little piece of ribbon, and I'm going to show you a sample. It has a different ribbon. It's got the white glittered ribbon that's in the Holiday Mini. But I'm just going to put the ribbon on with one little glue dot. And then I'm going to pop the fox up on dimensionals. So I put one glue dot in the middle. I kind of got to be careful. Ideally, I would want to fussy cut him out first so I could kind of sort of place him here and I knew where to stamp the season's greetings. I think I went a little lower than I hoped on the season's greetings, but I'm going to kind of throw him on dimensionals. And let's see, I've got a couple here. I used a lot. I think I used 5. So I've got a couple here. And on my cards, I only do single dimensionals. I never do double dimensionals, like on the same layer. But on 3D items, it's okay. And hopefully you guys do this. The edges, you can cut them apart. And this one doesn't want to seem to come up, but that's okay. I'll put that one there. I'll try this one next to it. Cut your edges, and you can use those pieces too. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Oh, I probably could put another one right there, actually. One more. Okay, and I didn't talk while I was fussy cutting about my week, but holy smokes, we have a side-by-side refrigerator and it died. I think it was actually last weekend. We had it looked at Monday, so they had to order a part to fix it. So we've had no working refrigerator. So our refrigerator is a cooler in our dining room right now. So, I mean, not bad considering what other people are dealing with in the country with all the crazy storms. It's been heartbreaking to see all the storms and damage from the hurricanes and the remnants of the hurricanes. And then we launched a huge project at work on September 1st. So that was, it's just been a lot of extra meetings at work. And then I have 4 people onboarding starting at work on Tuesday. the day after a long holiday weekend. So, needless to say, it was time for a long holiday weekend, and hopefully the fridge gets fixed this week. We do have a freezer downstairs in our basement, so at least we didn't lose everything, but we lost everything that was upstairs. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, I'm just gonna do some Seal Plus for the inside layer, and I'll show you how to get this on here so you don't, whoops, glue your card shut. I think I've done that on a live before. And then I'm gonna do my summer promotion, pull the winners. So hopefully some of you guys are on Facebook and I will tag you in the post. So, I mean, you could put this on here. To me, it's super busy and I use Pool Party, so that's not the same blue, so that would bother me. So I just went with the snowflake side. Super pretty. Okay, and so I don't screw this up, I'm only gonna put 2 rows of adhesive on the left side of my little fox layer. You can use whatever adhesive's your favorite. I just figured this was easier to not screw me up. And then try to line up so there's 3 equal sides. And my computer's totally dying, but that's okay, I'm still gonna be here. Okay, and then to finish it off, I have a couple in color jewels. This is the 2021-2023 in color jewels, and I just picked up 3 in the freesia and the small ones. And I'm just gonna take a sip of tea. And if I have a spot where I just think it's stamped kind of funny when I stamped off, I can cover some of those up. I just sprinkled on 3. So honestly, wherever. This stamp is kind of snowflakes and little dots. So I just picked 3 of the little dots and sprinkled on 3. So that is super cute. You could do the sentiment on like a little label over here. You could stamp something on the inside, obviously, with this, but I will try to get a close-up. Hopefully you can kind of see some of the Wink of Stella on the little hill. But I want to show you a couple samples. Hey, good morning, Elaine. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, this is a super cute set. So this card, I was inspired by this one that we made at our Stampin' Quarterly. So you can see I just made a couple differences. I didn't die cut. I don't think I have that embossing folder, and I didn't have the ribbon, so I just made some changes with Pool Party. This was one we did and with a birthday, and this punches right from the designer series paper. Of course, if you don't have the punch, you could fussy cut it out. Or if you have it on order, like I said, it should be in around the beginning of November. And the stamp set has like a little bow tie, so you could stamp a little bow tie in there. It has like a little heart, so you could do a little heart like on his chest. It has a present in the stamp set, so you could stamp a present on basic white and then fussy cut it for a birthday like he's holding a present. Here's one we did that is kind of a gatefold with the fussy cut polar bear from the paper. Super cute. And then here's another one. Sorry, I bumped the camera. That we did with the punch with the basic black glimmer paper. And then a little like red nose. So super cute bundle. But I want to sign off. I want to pull the winners for my summer promotion. So that just ended August 31st. And if you've been tuning in, I have had a bucket that as somebody earned a spot June, July, and August, they would get their name in a bucket if they took one of my classes, whether in person or to go, or if they placed orders on my website. So this has been super fun, and I'll probably do it again. I have to decide if I'm going to do it again during the winter. Oh, the name of the bundle? It's the Penguin Place Bundle, Elaine. So Pam says, cute cards. Thank you, Pam. Thanks so much for tuning in live this week. So I'm going to pull 3 winners, and if you're on Facebook, I will tag you in this post. But I'm going to also reach out to you if I have your phone number. I'll text you today and email you to get back to me. So I'm going to put this over my head so I can't see the names. But for the first winner, grand prize is going to get a $75 gift certificate from me. And I'm shaking it up, I'm shaking it up, I'm shaking it up. And the winner of $75 gift certificate is Elaine M. Oh my God, she's on live. That is like so awesome. So Elaine, I will text you later about $75 of what you want. So that's number 1. Cool. Number 2, I'm shaking them up again. So let's see. See, it pays to come to my classes. Melissa M. Oh my gosh, this is like so much fun. Melissa's going to get a $50 gift certificate from me. So I'm so happy. These are some of my local friends and customers. So I have long distance friends in here too, so don't fret. Last person's going to get $25 gift certificate, and it is Sandy L. Oh, that is like so awesome. Whoops, I bumped the camera. I'm so excited. So sorry. Let me bring it up at my face. So Elaine, Melissa, and Sandy, I will text you all today. And then if you can get back to me with what you want, I'll give you details. But they're all my local customers and friends. So that's like so awesome that they won. So I did that to thank you guys for your loyalty. Melissa was in there quite a bit because she did my In Color Club. So to thank her for her loyalty of all her orders during my In Color Club that we're just finishing up actually this week. The orders are getting placed, and she's getting a gift for that too. So she's getting lots of extra things from me this month. And Sandy comes to like almost all my events and classes. And Elaine, you come to a lot too. So congratulations, and I will see you guys next week. If you have a long weekend, enjoy the nice weather. Hopefully the sun's going to come out here soon. It's kind of cloudy, but temperature-wise, we're doing pretty good for a holiday weekend. So thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next week.